Hey guys, it's Carla. Today I'm working on a canvas panel with acrylic paint. I've got on my palette, I've got white, cadmium yellow medium, king's gold, burnt sienna, and black. Okay, so I'm going to start with my background. And I'm going to paint right over my outline, but I'll still be able to see it. So I'm just going to use just a synthetic brush for this. And this is paint extender. You can use glazing liquid or whatever. So I'm going to start with my brighter yellow and just get kind of a yellow glaze. So this is going to go over the whole canvas. Okay, so while that's still wet, I'm going to do the same thing with this darker yellow. And I want to start on the outer edge with it and just not come all the way in. So this is kind of a vignette style. It's where it kind of draws your eye to the center of the painting because that's the lightest area. Now without thinning it down, I can go straight into that color and just for the very corners, the edges and corners. Okay. All right, now I'm going to use a smaller brush and start putting my shapes in, my figures. And this is just a small synthetic brush. So I think I'll start with, maybe I'll start with their hair. And just mix up a dark shade, not black, but dark. Maybe something like that. I don't want to use too small of a brush because I'll get too detailed with it. And I don't want this to be detailed at all. So I'm just tapping this in with the corner of the brush. A little bit darker color, I'm going to tap that in just to give it some more contrast. All right, now their bodies are going to be a little bit lighter, but still fairly dark because my light is coming from in front of them and it's shining this way and it's casting shadows here, which means they're going to be really silhouettes, but I don't want them to just be dark blobs. So maybe mix a little white in with this. Let's see. Like I said, I don't want it dark, but it is a silhouette, so maybe something like that. So what I want to do here is leave my figures separated so that they're not just all together. And what I mean by that is like leave a little slither of background showing between them. Now Jesus is going to be, his clothes are going to be a little bit lighter, but his skin will still be the same. So now I'm going to use that same color, but just lighten it up. Try to keep it very loose. Now I want to come in and kind of make his clothes make sense so that it's not just a big blob of color. So here's his scarf thingy. Just a few little lines here and there will indicate kind of a difference in the clothing, indicate wrinkles and creases and stuff. And you don't have to get carried away with it, just a few here and there will do it. All right, now that light's going to be really bright back there, so I want a dark shadow color. So basically just a warm black. And I'm still using that small flat hog bristle brush, and I'm just scumbling this in. It's just shadows, and it doesn't have to be exact or anything. Just scumble it in. Okay, now I'm going to switch to my round brush so that I can get closer to this, because I want it to be really bright back there. So I'm going to go with just white and put it right around him, and then just kind of fade it off into the yellow. I want to get in here between these figures because it's going to highlight him more. I'm going to get it as bright as I can get it right around him. But I don't want it to suddenly stop, so I'm just going to make some little choppy brush strokes out toward the yellow. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my flat brush and put in a ground area. Just a little bit of thinning. And a touch of black. So I'm going to decide where my ground is going to be and just kind of scumble it in. And this is dry enough down here to just paint right over. It'll still show through. Now over here, I just want it to kind of fade off to nothing. Same over here. Alright, now one last thing with my pointy brush with a dark shade. Put a little more definition just in places. Mostly on him because he's the focal point. So maybe something like that. And that does it. It's very simple. Hope you give it a try, and until next time, thanks for watching. God bless you.